Hi, we are back again with another little piece that's a really cute little French provincial desk, and I'm going to kind of do this more as a little vanity, but you could also use it as a desk. And it's made by Dixie, and it's definitely a vintage piece. And I've done a lot of sanding and repair work on it. I'm planning on using the original hardware because I think it's pretty, and I'm planning on doing this in pink and cream, and I'm going to be using a stamp too that's made by Prima that's really pretty that I'll show in a little bit. But I'm going to be using this Country Chic paint, and this color is called Vintage Cupcake, and it's just a really pretty pale pink. So I'm going to be using mostly this color, and then the other color from Country Chic I'm using that I really love is one called Vanilla Frosting. That's really pretty. It's like a cream color. So, and I'm mainly going to do the whole desk pink, except in the center of the drawers I'm going to do some of the cream. And then I'm planning on doing the gold leafing all around the edges. So it should be really pretty. And this is going to take more than one coat. So this is just going to be the base coat, and I'm going to mess around with this and just see how I like it too, because this is the stage where if you don't like the color or the way it turned out, you can always change your colors if you don't like them. This is kind of a rough blend of what I'm kind of shooting for is the lighter color on the fronts and the pink on the rest of it. Yesterday, I looked at the piece with the base coat on, and I decided I really wanted to put a little bit more texture on it or design on it. So I put these molds, which is a Prima mold, this here, and I put 2 keyholes on the top 2 outside drawers, and I put these little cherub parts on the center too, the same on both sides, and this little angel face with wings to jazz it up a little bit. And I'm going to do the final coat today, which is basically going to be the pink all over, except on the drawer fronts to do a lighter color, lighter pink, or lighter, I'm sorry, this green color, which is from Country Chic. It's vanilla frosting. I'm going to do that mainly on the with some pink maybe on the edges. But what I'm going to do is when this is all done and dried, I'm going to actually, this section's here, gold leaf, and I'm going to gold leaf the 4 legs, and I'm going to gold leaf around the edges, just this layer here, right around the drawers. So that's what I'm planning on doing in this drawer edge up here. So, and before I do that, I'm actually going to do stripes on the side, the top, and the other side, which is going to be, I'm going to take some of this paint color here, which is the Vintage Cupcake, which is a pale, real pretty pink, and I'm going to actually add some of the vanilla frosting into it to lighten it up so that I have kind of a monochromatic stripe going on. I don't want it to be a white stripe on the paint. I want it to be just a lighter shade of pink, so that it's not busy, because I am planning on stamping this and the top and the other side, and maybe some even on the drawer front. So that's my plan anyway, so we'll see if that's what I end up doing. I am using this A Maker Studio gilding sizing, and I'm putting it on with a paintbrush into the ends here in the leg, just like over there. And then you can put your beads of gold leaf or silver leaf or copper leaf, whatever colors you have, on there. And when you paint it on, just like you're painting it, you want it to, you want to let it wait or sit for about 30 minutes to an hour. And it just gets tacky like a sticky note does. And then you just kind of press it briefly in the area, and then you can take a soft, dry paintbrush and just use this to kind of brush it on good so it's tight. And you have any little spots where the gold leaf sheet isn't sticking good, it might have been a spot that you missed with the sizing, so you can just brush a little bit more sizing in those spots, and then wait again about 30 minutes to an hour and put a little piece of the gold on. And once you get this all done, you want to let it sit overnight, and then you can seal it. And I was going to stripe this piece, but I've decided not to. But I may come onto the top and the sides and do kind of a white center a little bit, just to lighten it up there. I have done touch-ups on the gold leaf where there were just little places here or there that I missed with sizing or the gold leaf, so I've touched those places up, and it's and then I'm placing my stencil here to do some stenciling on the sides and the front of the drawers, and I'm going to do each drawer individually because of the curvature on them. It'd be too hard to do all three at one time. But I'll move this stencil down a little, finish the sides, and I'm planning on just doing the sides and the front of the drawers. And I'm using this Deco Art metallic 24 karat gold. It comes in lots of different brands, so, and it's just acrylic paint. And the main thing about stenciling is you really want to make sure that you don't get too much paint on your stencil brush, otherwise it's going to under your edges of your stencil and not look very good. You almost want your brush to be dry, really. And I'm just going to do this randomly around here. I'm not trying to get this perfect. I want it to be kind of a mottled look. Darker in places and lighter in other places. And Miss Belle is helping me. Now, so you can see how it turned out. I'm hoping it turned out dark enough. Yeah. It looked like it was going on so thin, but see where I did it in places very thin, and some are darker, so that's exactly what I wanted. And the advantage to stenciling using this stencil brush is the fact that you leave your paint on going on so light that it dries. So that's really good. So now I'm just going to line this up and do a little bit more on the bottom. I first cleaned this piece really good, and I used 120 sandpaper all over, and then a fine sponge sander, and then wiped it off again. And then I did use Dixie Belle Slick Stick on it in places, and then I used the Prima mold with air dry clay to add some design appliques. I mainly use Country Chic and Vintage Cupcake, which is a beautiful pink, and vanilla frosting for the front of the drawers. And then I used redesigned Prima script stencil with Deco Art metallic accents and 24 karat gold for the lettering. I used A Maker's gold leaf sizing and gold leaf sheets on the trim around the drawers and the edge and the legs. I used Varathane water-based satin sealer. The existing hardware we used and just gold leafed it. I used Dixie Belle's Mama's Butter inside the drawers and lined them. We also used Rust-Oleum metallic gold on the stool and recovered the seat, which I think it turned out. I was really very pleased with this. And I was planning on doing stripes and stamping, but decided not along the way, which happens sometimes. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. If so, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my other videos.